college applications are going to be opening up, and a lot of the personal statements as well as the personal insight questions sometimes change, but oftentimes don't. You're probably thinking, what should I actually write about? I already made a video that I'll link up here about what essays have worked in the past, but I haven't talked about what are some common topics and usually what you should actually avoid since you want to really stand out against the crowd. So stay tuned. If this is your first time on my channel, I'm Tiffany Phu. I am a college and career consultant. I care a lot about helping students get into college and figuring out what type of career path makes the most sense for them as well. So go ahead and subscribe to our channel. I am also going to be launching an e-learning series covering the entire college application process. So please subscribe to our email list down below and I'll share more details once I launch it. Additionally, if you want to work with me one-on-one, you can also find the information down below so I can help give feedback on your essays and navigate the process overall. Before we dive in, I just want to caveat that these are very common topics, but I don't want to dissuade you from writing about these topics. What I'm encouraging you to do is to come up with a very unique and different angle if you are going to write about it. And this applies to all the different activities that I'm going to be mentioning in this video. The first one, which I think you can probably guess, is sports. Sports is available worldwide, oftentimes available at school, after-school programs, private practice as well. As you can imagine, a lot of students do learn a lot from sports. The commitment that's required, the tenacity that you usually build from it, teamwork. So those are all very common skill sets that students are utilizing when they're talking about their sports experience. So what I would challenge you to do is think a little bit deeper. What else have you learned? Is it personal development, the way you communicate with your body language, and how does that impact you on a day-to-day basis? So I would really encourage you to kind of think outside the box there. And when I say sports, I mean all the different types of sports: tennis, swimming, golf, basketball. Those are very common ones. But also outside of school, there's martial arts, which is probably one of the most talked about activities. So please do try to think about a different angle of how you want to talk about martial arts. Did you get a teaching position? And how did you get that? Why did you want to get that teaching position in martial arts? So just trying to have a different lens on it is what will help you stand out. Second common topic is the school club activities. So it can be anywhere from debate club, robotics club, community service clubs like Interact, Key Club. Some of you, I'm sure, are going to be writing about it. I actually was part of Interact. Shout out to Interact. So I totally see why you want to write about it. But once again, think a little bit more about what is it that specifically stood out to you if you want to write about these different clubs. What's that instance where you really saw your impact? Do you have any key results that is quantifiable that you can actually put in your essays? And if you're going to be writing about this shouldn't be the main meat of your essay. It can be just a component or an example of what your point is. Brainstorming is so important because you get to think through and visualize what is common versus uncommon. Third common topic is music. So in musical instruments, I played the flute, so shout out to all the flute folks. I know how much effort it takes and there's a lot of memorization, practice. However, a lot of other students are also in these activities. So same as the other two examples for sports as well as school activities, think of a different angle. The key here is impact. Like, what did you do with these activities if you plan on writing about it, okay? Fourth common topic is volunteering activities. So I know we covered earlier the school clubs, but that's a little bit different from the actual soup kitchens and going to the hospital and volunteering as a front desk aide or whatnot. So this is a super common topic, and once again, being as specific and individualized as possible will be helpful. Another thread related to volunteering is Boy Scout, Girl Scout. Try to avoid that unless you have like a leadership position of some sort. And then additionally is tutoring. Yes, there are opportunities to tutor at your local middle school, elementary school. If you've done it just a few times, I'd probably choose a different topic. But if you are doing it consistently and you're highly involved with scheduling or recruiting new tutors, that could be a different angle as well. Oh, and I can't say this enough. Please do not write about any mission trips. That is almost putting a nail in the coffin. So try to avoid it unless this was a consistent trip that you've been doing since you were in middle school and it's been a demonstrated interest and passion of yours. Another common topic is religion. There are plenty of students that are talking about their experiences within their religious institution, volunteering at weekend food drives, for instance. So still great stuff though, but once again, just think through. Lastly is student government. Students talk about their leadership class and how they are thinking through institutional changes. So if you have a great example of what that actually looks like, then I would encourage you to write about it. Another common topic is school activities. Anywhere from classes that you're taking or projects that you've been assigned to do. I know it really varies, but some common ones to avoid is yearbook, coding, filmmaking, photography. I know it's related to the career path you're interested in, but once again, if there's a specialty, then dig a little deeper there. All right, those are the main common topics that I've been seeing students write about over the past few years. Once again, I don't want to discourage you from writing about these topics, but the main point is to find a different angle. What's really going to set you apart is what did you learn from those lessons? And how are you evolving from those lessons and impacting the world and community in a better way? A really good way to brainstorm is sit down and write what you want the admissions officers and readers to know about you. Once you do that, you can write down the values you want to portray to them, and then backwards plan on what type of activities and examples you've done throughout your high school career that can demonstrate these values and what you want to come across as to these schools. Well, I hope this video was helpful. Please do subscribe. Comment down below if there's other topics that you think are really common or uncommon ideas to give other students an idea of what to possibly write about. Once again, if you're interested in working with me, please find the information down below, and you can also subscribe to the email list so I can share more advice and information about the e-series that will be launching soon. Happy essay writing!